Congratulations. How are you feeling?
I feel great. 3 fights, 3 finishes, so never been better.
Would you say this is the biggest win of your career?
Definitely, you know, she had the most name value coming in and the most recognized person that I've ever fought, and had she was known for being tough and known for being hard to put away, especially standing. So I wanted to go in there and prove just how tough I was and that I could take out anybody that they put in front of me.
Was there any surprises, or did it go kind of how you thought it would go?
I started a little slow again. I think I'm still getting used to sort of like the big show jitters, but yeah, no, pretty much how we planned it.
And when you want to go back in there, I know you were talking about how you're here to stay. So when do you want to go back in there?
I think my coaches will have a heart attack if I get in there anytime before March. So I'm going to say that I'm going to take the new year off and upgrade my skills, and then I'll be back in there soon.
So when you say you're going to take that time off, what does time off kind of look like? Because for a fighter, there's never really time off. So how will that be different than this year?
I just mean I'm going to work behind the scenes for a little bit, you know. Every time that you go in there, there's more and more tape on you for everybody to study. So I want to go in each time a completely different fighter, and I think that it's going to take me a couple of months to improve some of the things I want to improve. And I'm still going to be training 3 times a day, probably, you know, going really hard, but I won't be able to fight until March.
And is there any worry that, that momentum might be gone when you come back? I know it's not that long, but...
No, I don't think so. I think that all it takes is a little highlight reel package right before the fight for people to get excited again. So the good thing about MMA is it's so fast, but it's also so fleeting, but I think that it comes back just as fast.
And do you have an opponent in mind for when you come back, or will it kind of reassess that around that time?
Yeah, just anybody who's on a win streak at that point. You know, I want to keep proving myself against the best in the world. I'm in here to fight the best people and prove that I'm better. So whoever they look at as the best person next, they can put in front of me, and we don't say no to fights.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Like you said, that's 7 in a row now 3 in the UFC. Do you think that you...
8 in a row.
8 in a row, there you go. I guess this hasn't updated yet.
Don't get it twisted.
Do you feel like you get to steal her clout a little bit? This was a name that a lot of people knew, obviously, from her sister, but a lot of people, I think, were looking and they just assumed Shevchenko, every Shevchenko was the same. But she still did have a lot of name value. Do you feel that you get to steal a little bit of that clout now going into your next fight, hopefully?
Definitely. People look at her as Valentina's sister, you know, so they think that that makes her better than maybe what she is. But I do like that. You know, for me, I take away all of her fans off of a dominant victory. So yeah, I think there was still a lot of questions about me coming in. Only 2 fights in, everybody still looks at you as a rookie in your rookie year. So I hope that now, after finishing my first year with the UFC, most likely, that people look at me as a contender.
What was the game plan for her coming in?
Take her down and beat her up. Drown her. That's my game plan with everyone. I think my pace and my pressure is way too hard for anybody, especially on the ground. So as soon as I got her down, I knew that I could overwhelm her and finish her. And like in the words of Joe B, taking me down is like taking yourself down. So that first round was only the start of the end for her.
And when you did have her on the ground and you were very, very controlling, are you surprised that the ref didn't stop it a little bit sooner? Do you feel like maybe he was giving her a little extra shot to get up? She a couple times when he would call for something, I think she threw her legs up like she was going to try to do something, but it never seemed to really do anything. But at any point, because I think I saw you look at the ref a few times, were you getting frustrated that he wasn't stopping the fight sooner? I
was just angry at him because I got hit like 5 times and he was like, show me something, and I hit her maybe 20 times and he didn't say anything. I was like, where's her warning? But yeah, she could have thrown her legs up there time and time again and nothing was going to change from that position.
And I know you said that you were talking a little bit about the UFC jitters or the big show jitters. I think this is, what, 3 times in a row here at the Apex. Are you hoping the next time you're going to get maybe one of the bigger shows downtown here, maybe at T-Mobile, hopefully?
I hope so. I asked Mick for that Madison Square Garden and he gave me this instead, and I sent him a little message and he told me next year, so I'm holding him to that.
That would be wonderful to see. Congrats on the victory.
Thank you so much.
King Casey, congrats on the big win. We were watching your performance, which is just phenomenal. Was there any hesitancy to get that rear naked, or you just switched it up because you're like, no, I'm going to just beat her down?
Yeah, I just got a submission, so I wanted to try and get a TKO because it doesn't seem like they give away bonuses for submissions by the looks of things, and I really want that 50K bonus.
Very good. Again, the name recognition says it all. You could piggyback off of this. You were very adamant with Daniel Cormier about taking that time off. Is this the obvious, so much action, so many training camps, or you don't want to waste your prime fighting too much?
I just think that 5 fights in a year is a lot, you know. Even after that last one, my coaches are like, can we please take some time off and, you know, just like enjoy training a little bit and let's get like some more skills and stuff. And then they came at me with a fight, and I couldn't say no because I don't say no. So I'm trying to let everybody know to give me a little bit of a break and come back even harder next year.
And you mentioned, and well done, you mentioned specifically March. Is there a reason besides the holidays or any reason why that part of the year is what you're targeting?
No, I just mean that I want to be back at the start of the year. I don't want them to think that I mean I want to take a bunch of time off, you know. March is probably the latest that I want to get back in there.
Sounds great. Keep up the good work. Thank you.
Good?